Kevin Kincaid here for Philly Soccer Page. We're joined by defender Ray Gaddis. Ray, tough result out there. First thoughts on what happened out there?
I mean, it's unexcusable. Just dropped the ball massively. Tough game. Tough to take in right now.
Can you take us through what happened? Obviously, you go up 2 goals, and then just sort of the goals came quickly on the other end. What did you see defensively? What was Columbus doing? What happened?
I have to go back through the game. I mean, we just have to want it more, honestly, no matter what, and finish out games.
What specifically is there anything you can do better defensively, or the team just didn't finishing off? Maybe a killer instinct, anything that you can point to specifically to kind of lock it down next time?
I can't point to anything right now, but we just got to finish out games no matter what.
Is it disappointing, considering how this team started, struggled out of the back? Jim Curtin comes in, you guys really turn it around, have a good second part of the year, then to be eliminated from the playoffs with a couple games left to play?
It was very disappointing because we worked so hard during the second half of the season to dig ourselves out of a hole, and I mean we can't point to any game in particularly, but it starts from all the way from the beginning game all the way until now. Just have to grind out results, and that's what other teams are doing.
Yeah, like you said, it should be overlooked. I mean, at the end of the day, now the goal doesn't matter. You know, we felt good, went up 2 goals at home. You can't lose a game. You can't lose a must-win, and I know that's pretty obvious. But when you're on your home field, so you take away from that. For me, I was excited to score a goal. Obviously, more importantly, to do it in front of our fans in such an important game. But at the end of the day, for me, it doesn't really mean anything now.
Have you ever experienced anything like that?
That feeling?
Or just giving up that many goals in
that
short a time at home?
Honestly, I haven't. 6 years in, I've never experienced anything like that. 3 goals in 5 minutes is no excuse, whether you're on the road, but whether you're on the road or at home, especially at home. In a game that you have to win to make the playoffs. There's a lot of people in this locker room that would give anything to be in the playoffs, and to make those mistakes. Just lack of what's the word I'm looking for? Awareness is pretty tough to take. You know, put everything in for 75 minutes, 70 minutes, whatever it was, and there's no excuse.
You look at how this team struggled out of the gate, and then Jim comes in, and this team works really, really hard to get back into playoff position, gets to a cup final. Does that make it a little bit more disappointing or just hard to chew, considering how far you made it here?
100%. I think that's something we talked about. You look at the hole we were in. To give ourselves a chance to make the playoffs, and to do that it's sad, really. You know. I've said it before. I said it 5 minutes ago. We know our fans deserve better. Our club deserves better from us. They put a lot into us as players, and to come away with that result it's inexcusable. But like you said, I think during the middle of the year, if you would have said, "Hey, 3 games left, and you're going to be fighting for a spot," a lot of you guys, a lot of our fans probably wouldn't have believed it. So, again, not happy about what just happened. But we have to learn from it. I know people are sick of hearing that, but as a player, you have to learn from it.
You know, going to the Open Cup final, Vince's shot goes 2 inches to the right, doesn't hit the post. You guys are lifting the first trophy in franchise history. Was there anything to be said for a hangover from that game or from the Open Cup run in general? Do you separate what happened there with what happened in the MLS regular season down the stretch?
He tried to separate it, but a loss like that, again, as you just said, 2 inches away, and you're lifting a trophy that we worked hard to fight for. But you know, at the end of the day, we're professional soccer players. We know what it takes to win, and you have to move on from a loss. You have to, and you have to learn from it, and work hard throughout the week in training to prepare for Saturdays. It wasn't good enough tonight. There's no secret there, and now we're obviously on the outside.
You know, just all the things that we talked about before the game and at halftime, and just the way the game was going. I felt like we were dictating the pace of the game. We were controlling the game pretty well. Obviously, when they get a goal, the momentum shifts a little bit, but again, still felt confident that we were going to either get a third goal or do enough to win the game 2-1. So to give up 2 more goals and lose in front of our home fans. It's very disappointing.
No, you look at how this team struggled at the beginning of the year. Jim comes in, and this team fights so hard to get back to playoff contention and dig yourself out of that hole. Does it make it, I don't know, even more disappointing maybe than down the stretch to see how far this team got and to fall short then?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter how you paint it, Anytime that you play in a game like this where there's a lot on the line and you come up short, it's always going to be disappointing. So, if we would have started off the season 7-0 and fell short here, or if we would have started off the season 0-20, whatever the case is, to fall short in a situation like this, it's always going to be disappointing. And if you look in the locker room, the guys were, like I said, very disappointed just because we put a lot of effort into that game, a lot of hard work, a lot of heart. So it sucks right now, but you know what? We still have 2 more games to go. We're going to try to finish off the season on a positive note.